You were born into this reality with a godlike ability to shape it, but absolutely no one gave you the instruction manual. That manual is based on one principle that sounds like a complete paradox. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. By the end of this video, that statement will not only make perfect logical sense, but you will have the instructions for that missing page. This is how you stop being a character in the story and become the author. Your entire waking life is a non-lucid dream where circumstances happen to you. The moment you become aware that you are dreaming, you gain the power to control events and rewrite the script. This is not a metaphor. It is a literal description of your existence. Right now, you are asleep. You are a character in a vast, complex dream, and you have forgotten that you are the dreamer. You believe the events of your life, the struggles, the frustrations, the fleeting joys, are solid. Objective reality. You react to them, you are shaped by them, you feel powerless before them. This is the state of non-lucidity. It is the default state of humanity. Think about your dreams at night. Within them, the most absurd events are accepted without question. You can be chased by a monster made of clocks, have a conversation with your childhood pet, and find yourself in your old school classroom, all in the span of a minute. You do not question this. You simply react. You feel the fear, the confusion, the nostalgia. You are completely at the mercy of the dream script because you are not aware that you are dreaming. Now, consider your waking life. You are told what to believe by the news. You are nudged into consumer behavior by advertising. You are pulled into petty dramas at work and online. You accept a set of limitations about what is possible for you based on your past, your finances, your education. You react to the script you are given, feeling the stress, the anxiety, the brief moments of pleasure. What, truly, is the difference? The scenery is simply more coherent. The moment a nighttime dreamer becomes lucid, the entire universe of the dream bends to their will. They are no longer a victim of the monster. They can transform it, fly away from it, or erase it from existence. They are no longer bound by the dream's physics or its narrative. They become the author, the director, and the god of their own reality. This power does not come from effort. It comes from a single, shattering moment of awareness. This same potential for lucidity exists for you right now, in this waking dream. The process of gaining this power is the process of hacking the dream. And the reason this hack is possible is because the dream itself is not being generated from the outside. It is a reflection of your own inner state, projected onto the screen of reality. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato tried to warn us of this with his allegory of the cave, describing prisoners who mistake shadows on a wall for the entirety of reality. We are those prisoners, and the shadows are our circumstances. So why are we asleep? Why is this state of non-lucidity so pervasive? In a nighttime dream, lucidity often occurs when the dreamer has a reference point, the memory of their waking life, which allows them to recognize the absurdity of the dream state. But in this waking dream, we lack a higher reference point. We don't remember our past lives or the state between them. We are born into the dream with amnesia, making it nearly impossible to recognize it as a dream. Furthermore, there are forces within the dream that have a vested interest in keeping you asleep. Vadim Zeland, in his work on reality transurfing, identifies these as pendulums. These are the collective thought forms, the ideologies, the trends, the mass movements, the conflicts that feed on human emotional energy. An unconscious dreamer is the perfect food source. A sleeping person is predictable. They can be easily provoked into anger, fear, guilt, or blind adoration. These emotions are the lifeblood of the pendulums. To keep you asleep, these pendulums employ a kind of energetic anesthesia. This anesthesia is your own habit of unconscious, negative reaction. When you are irritated by traffic, you are asleep. When you are consumed by political outrage, you are asleep. When you are lost in anxiety about the future, you are asleep. In these moments, your awareness collapses into a single point of reactivity. You are no longer the dreamer. You are just the emotion. You are a puppet, and the pendulums, the lords of the dream, are pulling your strings, siphoning your energy while you are under their spell. So, how do you wake up? How do you hack this dream? The first step is not to fight the dream. You cannot punch your way out of it. The first step is to create a second stream of consciousness. You must cultivate an inner watcher, a keeper of your awareness, while one part of you continues to live your life, to play your role on the stage. This second part becomes the silent observer in the audience. It watches you dispassionately. It notes your reactions. It is the part of you that is never fully lost in the play. You must train this watcher like a muscle. Throughout your day, set a mental alarm to go off at random intervals. When it does, you must stop, and for a brief moment, become lucid. Ask yourself, in this moment, am I awake? Am I aware of where I am, what I am doing, and why I am doing it? Look around you, not as a character in a story, but as the dreamer observing the dreamscape. See the light, the colors, the objects, not as familiar things, but as props in a vast, intricate dream. Feel your own presence as the dreamer, separate from the character you are playing. At first, this will be difficult. You will remember to do it for a moment, and then the dream will pull you back under. The anesthesia is strong, but with practice, these moments of lucidity will lengthen. You will start to catch yourself before you are pulled into a negative reaction. You will feel the tug of the pendulum's hook, and because you are awake, you will be able to simply sidestep it. You will see the drama unfolding at the office, and instead of being sucked in, a part of you will be in the audience, watching the play with a detached amusement. This is the beginning of freedom. Once you have established this state of lucidity, even fleetingly, you gain access to the dreamer's power, and this is where the hack becomes truly profound. The sleeping person believes they must ask for things from the world. They plead, they hope, they pray. They are a character begging the author for a better script. The awakened dreamer does not ask. The awakened dreamer intends. You must understand your true nature within this dream. You are not a mere mortal begging for scraps. You are a particle of the Creator, a child of God, sent into this dream with the full, inherent power to co-create it. Your intention is the Creator's intention. When you ask for something, you are creating a dynamic of separation. You are affirming that you do not have it. The awakened dreamer bypasses this. You do not ask the dream for what you want. You simply introduce it into the dreamscape through the power of your intention. You claim your cosmic birthright. This is not an act of ego. It is an act of supreme awareness. It is the recognition that the dream is malleable and that you are the one holding the brush. You no longer need to be bound by the dream's common sense or its limiting rules. The sleeping follow the script. The awakened rewrite it. How do you rewrite it? You use the primary tool of the dreamer, the slide. You craft the scene you wish to experience. But unlike the sleeping person who daydreams with a sense of longing, you, the lucid dreamer, hold this slide with a sense of command. You are not wishing for a new scene. You are asserting it. You are consciously inserting a new frame into the film of reality. You want to manifest abundance. The lucid dreamer doesn't just wish for money. They calmly and deliberately begin to act and feel as if they are already living on the abundant script. They hold the slide of their fulfilled life, and they allow that inner state to guide their actions in the dream. They are not faking it. They are operating from a deeper reality, knowing that the physical dreamscape will inevitably rearrange itself to match their lucid command. This is the ultimate hack. It is to realize that individuality is the greatest cheat code. The pendulums, the dream weavers, want you to be the same as everyone else. They want you to follow trends, to accept mass-produced goals, to stay in your designated rank and file. This makes you predictable and easy to control. The moment you decide to walk your own unique path, to pursue a goal that is born from your own soul and not from a pendulum's suggestion, you become a glitch in the matrix. You become a rising star, and the system has no choice but to reorient itself around you. Your life right now is a dream. For most of your existence, you have been a non-lucid dreamer, a puppet whose strings are your own unconscious reactions. But the call to awaken is always present. It is in the quiet moments between thoughts. It is in the feeling that there must be more than this. The dream continues, but now you have the choice to be aware within it. My question for you is this: when was the last time today you felt the tug of a pendulum trying to pull you into a reaction? That moment of irritation in traffic or frustration at work. Share that specific moment in the comments below. The first step to waking up is simply noticing when you've been asleep. Realize that you are not the character. you are the dreamer. And then, with the calm, quiet, and absolute authority of your true nature, pick up the pen and write a better dream.